Imagine a world without personal computers in every home, without Microsoft Windows, without the technology revolution that changed how we live and work. This was the world before Bill Gates helped transform it. Today we'll explore the remarkable story of a man who not only changed the face of technology, but also became one of history's greatest philanthropists. Bill Gates is more than just the co-founder of Microsoft. He's a visionary who believed that every home should have a computer at a time when most people couldn't imagine why they would need one. From a young computer enthusiast to becoming the world's richest person, Gates' journey shows us how passion, innovation, and determination can change the world. But what makes Bill Gates' story truly special isn't just his success in business. It's how he chose to use that success to help others. Today, he dedicates his time and fortune to solving some of the world's biggest problems, from fighting diseases in developing countries to improving education and tackling climate change. His life teaches us that success isn't just about making money, it's about making a difference. Through his achievements in technology and his commitment to giving back to society, Bill Gates has become one of the most influential people of our time. His story is proof that with hard work, clear vision, and the desire to help others, one person can truly change the world for the better. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, Washington, into a supportive and well-educated family. His father was a successful lawyer, and his mother was a teacher who later served on several corporate boards. From an early age, Gates showed signs of his exceptional intelligence and competitive spirit. As a young student, Gates often found himself bored with traditional schoolwork because he could grasp concepts so quickly. His parents recognized his unique abilities and enrolled him in Lakeside School, an exclusive private school known for its rigorous academic programs. This decision would change his life forever. It was at Lakeside where Gates first encountered a computer in 1968. The school had purchased a teletype terminal that connected to a mainframe computer. The moment Gates sat down at that terminal, he was captivated. He spent countless hours learning to program, often skipping physical education classes and staying late after school to work on the computer. During these formative years, Gates met Paul Allen, a student 2 years his senior who shared his passion for computers. Despite their different personalities, Gates was more intense and focused, while Allen was more laid back and creative. They formed a powerful friendship based on their shared love of technology. Together, they would spend long hours exploring the possibilities of computer programming. Their first real business venture came when Gates was just 15. Along with Paul Allen, he developed a computer program to monitor traffic patterns. This project, called Traf-O-Data, earned them $20,000. While the business itself wasn't a huge success, it gave them valuable experience and showed them the potential of creating software for practical purposes. Gates' programming skills continued to improve, and he gained a reputation for his expertise. In his senior year, he and Allen were hired to write payroll programs for companies and even got an opportunity to work on software for the school's scheduling system. Gates actually modified the program to place himself in classes with mostly female students, showing his mischievous side. Despite his deep involvement with computers, Gates excelled academically. He scored 1590 out of 1600 on his SATs and was accepted into Harvard University in 1973. However, his passion for computers never wavered. Even at Harvard, he spent more time in the computer lab than in class, continuing to develop his programming skills and explore the possibilities of this emerging technology. It was during his time at Harvard that Gates and Allen spotted an opportunity that would change their lives. They saw an article about the Altair 8800, one of the first personal computers, in Popular Electronics magazine. This moment sparked their vision of creating software for personal computers, leading them to develop a version of the basic programming language for the Altair. This project would eventually lead to the birth of Microsoft, but that's another chapter in this remarkable story. Throughout his early years, Gates demonstrated the qualities that would later make him successful: intense focus, remarkable intelligence, entrepreneurial spirit, and the ability to see opportunities where others didn't. His childhood and teenage years weren't just about developing technical skills. They were about nurturing the vision and determination that would help him revolutionize the world of personal computing. The decision to drop out of Harvard wasn't easy for Bill Gates. He had always been an excellent student, and leaving one of the world's most prestigious universities went against everything he had been taught about success. But Gates had a vision that couldn't wait. He saw that personal computers would soon be in every home and business, and someone needed to create the software to run them. In 1975, Gates and Paul Allen formed Microsoft in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Their first office was small and basic, with Gates often sleeping on the floor between marathon programming sessions. The early days were filled with challenges. They had to convince computer manufacturers that software was valuable and worth paying for, at a time when most people freely shared computer code. Money was tight in those first few years. Gates and Allen had to carefully manage their limited resources while trying to grow the business. They worked incredibly long hours, often coding through the night and dealing with business matters during the day. Gates was known for memorizing employees' license plates to monitor who was still at work and who had left early. One of their biggest early challenges came when they developed software for IBM's first personal computer. Microsoft didn't actually own the operating system they promised to deliver. In a bold move, Gates bought an existing operating system from another company for $50,000, modified it, and licensed it to IBM. This decision proved crucial. Microsoft kept the rights to license the software to other computer makers, which later became a major source of their success. The company faced numerous technical challenges too. They had to create software that would work on different types of computers, meet tight deadlines, and manage a growing team of programmers. Gates was known for his intense management style, often challenging employees' ideas and demanding excellence in every project. As Microsoft grew, so did the challenges of running a larger organization. Gates had to learn how to delegate responsibilities, something that didn't come naturally to him. He had to transition from being just a programmer to becoming a business leader. This meant developing new skills like managing people, making strategic decisions, and dealing with competition. The company also faced skepticism from the business world. Many industry experts didn't believe that a small software company run by young entrepreneurs could succeed in the long term. Gates and his team had to constantly prove themselves, delivering innovative products while building a sustainable business model. But perhaps the biggest challenge was staying ahead in a rapidly changing industry. Technology was evolving quickly, and Microsoft had to keep pace. Gates insisted on investing heavily in research and development, even when it meant sacrificing short-term profits. This forward-thinking approach helped Microsoft stay at the forefront of the personal computer revolution. Through all these challenges, Gates maintained his vision of putting a computer on every desk and in every home. He combined technical expertise with business acumen, making tough decisions that would eventually transform Microsoft from a small startup into a global technology leader. The early struggles shaped both the company's culture and Gates' leadership style, proving that sometimes The biggest risks lead to the greatest rewards. The 1980s marked the beginning of Microsoft's remarkable rise to dominance in the technology world. With the release of MS-DOS, Microsoft's operating system became the standard for personal computers worldwide. But Bill Gates knew this was just the beginning. He envisioned a future where computers would be not just powerful, but easy for anyone to use. This vision led to the development of Windows, a revolutionary graphical interface that changed how people interacted with computers. Instead of typing complex commands, users could simply point and click with a mouse. The first version of Windows, released in 1985, wasn't perfect, but Gates and his team kept improving it. They listened to user feedback and worked tirelessly to make each version better than the last. As personal computers became more common in homes and offices, Microsoft's software became essential. Windows 3.0, released in 1990, was a huge breakthrough. It sold over 10 million copies and made computing accessible to people who had never used a computer before. Gates insisted on keeping prices reasonable, believing that software should be affordable for everyone. Microsoft's success in the software market was unprecedented. The company's products were on almost every personal computer sold, and its profits grew dramatically. By 1987, Gates became the world's youngest billionaire at age 31. But he didn't let success slow him down. He continued pushing Microsoft to innovate and expand into new areas. The 1990s brought even greater success with Windows 95. People lined up outside stores to buy it on release day, something that had never happened for a software product before. The launch was supported by a massive marketing campaign, including using the Rolling Stones' "Start Me Up" in commercials. This version of Windows made computers truly user-friendly, with features we still use today like the Start button and taskbar. Gates led Microsoft's expansion into Office software, creating programs like Word and Excel that became standard tools in workplaces worldwide. He recognized early on that businesses needed reliable, compatible software to increase productivity. Microsoft Office became as essential as Windows itself. During this period, Gates' wealth grew dramatically. In 1995, he became the richest person in the world, with a net worth of $12.9 billion. By 1999, at the height of the dot-com boom, his wealth had increased to over $100 billion. But Gates often said that money was never his main motivation. He was more excited about the way computers were transforming how people lived and worked. Throughout Microsoft's rise, Gates maintained his hands-on approach to product development. He would regularly review code and product designs, often challenging his teams to make improvements. He became known for his famous Think Weeks, where he would isolate himself to read and think about technology trends and Microsoft's future. Under Gates' leadership, Microsoft helped create the modern digital world. The company's software made computers a practical tool for billions of people. From students writing papers to businesses managing global operations, Microsoft's products became an essential part of daily life. The company's success showed that making technology accessible and affordable could change the world while building one of the most valuable companies in history. In the late 1990s, Bill Gates began thinking differently about his wealth and responsibility to society. Despite his immense success with Microsoft, he felt a growing desire to use his resources to help solve global problems. This led to a remarkable transformation from software pioneer to global philanthropist. In 2000, Gates and his wife Melinda combined several family foundations to create the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They started with a clear mission: to tackle the world's biggest challenges in health, education, and poverty reduction. The foundation began with an initial investment of $28 billion, making it the largest private foundation in the world. One of their first major initiatives focused on global health. Gates learned that millions of children in developing countries were dying from diseases that had been largely eliminated in wealthy nations. He was shocked to discover that simple vaccines and treatments weren't reaching the people who needed them most. This realization sparked a passion for improving healthcare access worldwide. The foundation made fighting malaria a top priority. They invested billions in research, prevention, and treatment programs. They also tackled other deadly diseases like polio, working closely with organizations like the World Health Organization to reach remote communities. Their efforts have helped reduce child mortality rates and brought many diseases closer to elimination. In education, Gates believed that every student deserved the chance to reach their full potential. The foundation invested heavily in U.S. schools, supporting programs to improve teaching quality and develop new learning technologies. They also provided thousands of scholarships to help promising students attend college, focusing particularly on those from disadvantaged backgrounds. As his involvement in philanthropy grew, Gates decided to step back from his daily role at Microsoft. In 2008, he transitioned to working full-time at the foundation, though he remained Microsoft's chairman until 2014. This move surprised many people, but Gates was convinced he could make a bigger difference, focusing on philanthropy. The foundation's work expanded into agriculture, helping small farmers in developing countries improve their crops and earn better incomes. They supported the development of drought-resistant plants and better farming techniques, helping communities become more self-sufficient. They also worked to improve access to financial services for the world's poorest people, believing that basic banking services could help lift people out of poverty. During global health crises, Gates became an important voice for public health. The foundation quickly responded to emergencies, providing resources and expertise to help communities in need. They worked with partners worldwide to improve disease surveillance and response systems, helping countries prepare for future health challenges. Through the foundation, Gates introduced a business-like approach to philanthropy. He insisted on measuring results and using data to make decisions about where to invest resources. This approach helped make the foundation's work more effective and encouraged other philanthropists to think differently about charitable giving. Today, Bill Gates's influence extends far beyond the world of computers and software. His legacy represents a remarkable journey from tech innovator to global humanitarian leader, showing us that success can be measured not just in dollars, but in positive impact on human lives. The revolution Gates started with personal computing changed how we live and work. Microsoft Windows became the language that billions of people use to interact with technology. By making computers accessible and user-friendly, Gates helped create our modern digital world, where information and opportunities are available at our fingertips. But perhaps his greatest legacy lies in how he chose to use his success. By dedicating his wealth and energy to solving global problems, Gates set a new standard for billionaire philanthropy. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has saved millions of lives through its health initiatives and given countless children access to better education. His life teaches us valuable lessons. First, it shows us the power of having a clear vision and working persistently towards it. As a young programmer, Gates saw the potential of personal computers when most people couldn't imagine having one in their home. He worked tirelessly to turn that vision into reality. Another important lesson is the value of continuous learning. Throughout his life, Gates has been an avid reader and learner. When he decided to tackle global health issues, he studied diseases, healthcare systems, and international development with the same intensity he once applied to computer programming. Gates also teaches us about adaptability and personal growth. He transformed himself from a tough business competitor to a compassionate philanthropist, showing that we can reinvent ourselves at any stage of life. His journey reminds us that our greatest achievements might come from following new paths and embracing different challenges. The impact of his work continues to grow. Through the Foundation's efforts, diseases like polio are close to being eliminated. Millions more children are getting vaccinated, and farmers in developing countries are learning better ways to grow food and earn a living. Gates has shown that with determination, resources, and smart planning, even the world's biggest problems can be solved. His story encourages us to think about success differently. While building a successful business is important, Gates shows us that true fulfillment often comes from using our skills and resources to help others. He challenges us to consider how we can each make a positive difference in the world, regardless of our means. As we look to the future, Bill Gates' legacy reminds us that technology should serve humanity and that great wealth brings great responsibility. His life story shows us that with passion, persistence, and a commitment to helping others, one person really can change the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Improve your English with stories and stay tuned for more inspiring content. See you in the next one.